Welcome to Musing Literature. This begins a series of Aesop's Fables. Aesop's Fables is a collection of fables credited to Aesop, an ancient Greek slave and tutor said to have lived between 620 BC and 564 BC. These fanciful tales are renowned for their impersonal yet succinct moral truths. If this is all Greek to you, let me give you a little bit more background. Aesop lived in Greece, in a time before the famed philosophers Plato and Aristotle. Now, living in a culture that was so heavily orator-based, we have no records that Aesop actually wrote down any of these stories that we now attribute to his name. The first record we do have of them being written down comes from a follower of Aristotle in the 3rd century BC, who collected stories of all kinds. We actually do not have a surviving manuscript until the 9th century AD. By that time, Aesop's name had become almost synonymous with moral tales of any kind. Thus, many of the tales that do not belong to him had become attached to his name. So while the textual criticism of Aesop's fables may be convoluted, the impact of these stories is not. Aesop's Fables was among one of the first books ever to be printed. His morals and pithy truths became an ethical guide to the European culture of that time. And from the Renaissance onward, he was particularly used in the education of children. And so I think it is only fitting that we start this collection of stories with Aesop. Now, obviously, these stories were originally told in Greek, so the translation that I am reading from was made by V.S. Vernon Jones and published in 1912 under the title Aesop's Fables, a New Translation. I hope you enjoy the following fables.